Welcome to this July 28th, 2014 Wrestling Raw Review! What's up, everybody? What is up, everybody? It is K-Kwik146 here again in a video, and today I'm going to be doing my Raw review, my annual Raw review during the summer. And before I get any comments, yes, I am mismatching. I have my Hornets hat because this is my team, and I have LeBron James. King James returns to the Cavaliers. Respect. I'm not a bandwagoner. I was a LeBron fan before you a LeBron fan, so let's just get that out of the way before. And I don't mean to point fingers, by the way. Anyway, a Raw review from Houston, Texas. We kicked off the night with John Cena and Paul Heyman with the promo, and it was a very good promo segment. I really enjoyed this opening promo segment. And the thing about this one is that Cena was serious. He wasn't cracking jokes or making stupid, corny remarks or whatever. He was actually being serious, and you actually felt like he was meaning every word that he said. And I do believe that he has a passion for professional wrestling, but do I believe he's the greatest champion? No. But I really enjoyed this segment with Paul Heyman saying that he was going to be that Brock Lesnar would victimize Cena, and they went back and forth. And it was really good on the mic, and the Cena, it just came off that as if he was, you know, as if he knew he was going to get beat, and that's what he even said. He said, I know I'm going to get beat, but I will win the match, and stuff like that. So it was a good promo segment to start off the night. Now, then after this, we get Cesaro coming out, and he even acknowledged that even though Paul Heyman and him hit the splits, he doesn't like how he said that about his friend. And then Cesaro came out with, like, he was saying, where'd you get those shoes from, Kmart? And it was great, man. That was awesome. He said, you can't wrestle in those sneakers, and like you can't wrestle. And he was like, you're a giant billboard. And then Cena had some remark or whatever, and then Cena and Cesaro had a really good wrestling match. Not as good as their one I believe they had in February before the Chamber match, but it was a good match. They had enough time. I wish it would have gotten a little bit more to start off Raw, because I love matches that you know are going to be good, and if they get a little bit more time, I know they're going to be great, you know. And Cesaro and Cena, they had one sloppy move in this match, which is the try to go for a backbreaker or tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. That didn't necessarily work out, but it was pretty cool. I love the Cesaro swing, and Cena countered when he used like upper body strength, and Cena countered into like a DDT. It was pretty cool. Cesaro's suplex on Cena, the throw, the toss-up uppercut, it was really cool. Good spots in here with Cesaro and Cena. As predicted, Cena wins. Not necessarily fond of the outcome, but it's going to be interesting how they do with Cesaro. And Cesaro right now is currently, this match did make him look good, but I'm not necessarily fond of Cesaro losing. And I'm not saying necessarily he got buried here, because Cesaro has lost for 4 straight weeks now. And that's just crazy. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner is now 0-4. So in this consecutive losing streak, it's about to be more worse than the Philadelphia 76ers losing streak. For any basketball fans, you know what I'm talking about. Paige versus AJ in a promo segment. There was a lot of promo segments leading up to SummerSlam matches, and I'm not necessarily a person that gripes about this stuff, but Paige doing her first heel promo, but not really. And I can't wait for these people to say that Paige is the saving grace of the Divas division, that she's awesome. Her first promo segment was boring. It was boring. She said, we're still friends, and blah, 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 and AJ. It was just AJ ran her out of the ring, and I guess Paige is going to turn into some psycho Mickey James wannabe, and Trish Stratus is AJ. I don't know. But this feud, yeah, I can't wait to see people get all over this match when we get another rematch at SummerSlam, and people are going to go crazy and say, oh, this match is going to be better than Charlotte and Natalya from NXT TakeOver. It's going to be 5 stars in a women's match, 3.5 in men's. That's just how the grades and ratings go, man. I can't wait to see the people's reaction when the match is not going to live up to their expectations, just like the one at Battleground did. So don't get your hopes up. Even though Paige is heel, she still's the same Paige. She's just corny. That's all she is. She's like, I'm not, we're still friends, I just, Nothing. I don't get it from Paige and her fans. And anyway, number 4, Triple H promo. Triple H would come out with Stephanie McMahon, and he'd talk about how he could never forgive the crowd for, chanting and blah, 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 blah. With Stephanie, and Chris Jericho came down there, and he said, "You are the most filthiest, bottom-feeding, brutal, trash bag hoe." This is talking about Stephanie McMahon. It was pretty cool because they used to do that back in 2000, 2001 with the Alliance in 2001, and when Triple H and Jericho were feuding in 2000 for the title, like, very briefly. It was pretty cool to see them interact once again because, I've seen many of their feuds, and Triple H said that he should worry about the Wyatts and stuff like that, but Jericho was like talking about the Wyatts, and he said he wanted a match with SummerSlam and Rollins, and yes, that's going to be official. Rollins came down here with the briefcase, and that would be a match later on tonight. RybAxel and The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler and the Usos. Dolph Ziggler and the Usos win here. Pretty good tag team match. Solid. Woods, Kofi, and Big E were looking on, so maybe the Usos are probably going to be joining the BWO, the Black World Order, as my friend John says. Or the Nation, the New Nation. I'd say the New Nation would be better because in the Nation of Domination, I don't think they should just be like a Nation Domination. I think they'd be called the New Nation. I think that's a pretty good name. Now this is where things took a turn for the worst. Bo Dallas versus R-Truth, K-Kwik versus Bo Dallas. I don't know, man. It's just Bo Dallas. The streak has come to an end. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. The streak is over. 18-1. The greatest streak in pro wrestling history has come to an end. Moving on. Rusev and Swagger. And yes, this actually did happen. R-Truth beat Bo Dallas and ended his streak. So nice one, R-Truth, for burying Bo Dallas. Rusev and Swagger have a brawl. It's almost the same promo they had like in Richmond like a couple of weeks before Battleground. Like it was just Swagger getting the upper advantage. They're gonna have a flag match at SummerSlam. I just predict that. It's just another typical promo between USA versus Russia. That kind of stuff. Damien, the astronaut, spaceman Sandow will go one-on-one with Adam Rose, and I'm sick of Adam Rose. I'm sorry. I just can't stand Adam Rose. Leo Kruger, whatever his name is. I don't like him. I'm not a fan. I'm not a Rosebud. I'm a Believer. And I believe that I'm not a Rosebud, if you know what I mean. Roman Reigns versus Kane didn't happen, but we had a pretty good segment overall with Randy Orton beating down Roman Reigns and saying that you cost me my title, put him through a table. Well, the first time the Randy Orton table came into an effect when the table didn't break, Orton said, "Ah!" and then got back up and then did the RKO again. I was great one, Randy. So Orton puts Roman through a table, so that match will be at SummerSlam. We all knew that was going to happen, so. Diego versus Fandango. Diego wins here. What a fantastic match. And Alicia Fox and Cameron versus Naomi and Natalya. Wow. This 5-star classic deserves to be on the #1 list for the greatest match in wrestling history. I'm getting sick of Cameron, man. Cameron just is like the petty black girl in this situation, and she's like, girl fight. Like, I'm just sick of Cameron, man. I really am. Like, Cameron, it's so sad that she was the first one eliminated from Tough Enough 2011, and she's like the only one that made it out of the whole thing. And remember, you can see this video. I'll put the link down in the description box below because this will make you laugh and roll on the floor and LOL and blah 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 blah. This Cameron literally said, like, Austin asked her, "What's your favorite match?" And she said, "My favorite match was Melina and Alicia Fox." Which is like, when they were taping these in 2010, this was like recently in like 2010. I want you to watch this. Please watch this. Oh, please watch it. Anyway, that'll be in the link in the description box below. Sorry, I had to mention that. Naomi and Natalya win, by the way, if you cared about that result. Y2J versus Seth Rollins. No one won, but it was a pretty good, solid match. Jericho, of course, has lost a step in the ring, but Jericho still did a good job of wrestling, and Seth Rollins, they had a pretty good counter, back-and-forth action. Rollins went for the curb stomp, didn't get it. Jericho caught Rollins in the air with the Codebreaker, which was a pretty cool spot. Then the Wyatts came down there. Sister Abby, you thought Wyatt was going to hop on the mic? Like, it makes more sense for Wyatt to get on the mic than Paige to get on the mic. Yawn. I just wouldn't you. I'd rather have, if I was booking Raw, I'd have Bray Wyatt jump on the mic, but no, leave Paige to have like a 15-minute promo segment. No, I'm just over exaggerating, like 3-minute promo segment. Anyway, the main event for this show was Brie and Stephanie face to face. Who knew that this would be, you know, I guess main eventing a show? Like, I think the last time women main evented a show was I believe it was Trish and Lita in like a match or something like that, because I know it's on the Raw DVD like that I have. I believe that's the only one I can recall. I guess it's that one. Brie and Stephanie, they had a match. Well, they didn't have a match. They had a face-to-face altercation or whatever, and Brie was like, "I want my job back," and Brie is a horrible actress, so I'm gonna try to, try to make this as, I guess, as similar to the real life what she did. She was like 3 times. 3 times she was like, "Fine, I'll see you in court." Like she wanted her job back. She got it. And like she said, "I'll see you in court" before that. Then Stephanie said, "I want a SummerSlam match." "Fine, you got it. I want one against you." "No, I'll see you in court." Like, and Brie just overuses cuss words like it's the coolest thing today. She's like, "You're just such a rich bitch. That's just what you are." Like, why you're not just like you're acting like Roman Reigns here. Like, just because you say something like that, like on Kane or whatever, and over exaggerate it and say it 14 times, that doesn't make you Trish Stratus or Sable. That Brie Bella needs to realize that. And but yeah, Brie and Stephanie would go back and forth, and it's just it was okay. It was just interesting to see how this would go, and I didn't necessarily like this segment. Stephanie and Brie brawl to end the show. What an end to Raw. What an end to Raw. If I was 7 years old and I stayed up late to, see this, I'd be probably, bawling my eyes out for what I just saw as the main event. But, Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video and checking out this Raw review and for July 28, 2014, and listening to my ramblings and all my side tangents that I normally do. First off, I need you to do some things before you leave. Leave a comment on this Raw. If you haven't left already. So before you leave, I'd like to see you leave a comment on the video, what you thought about the video, what you thought about Raw, so I can respond and reply, we can communicate. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're at 473 subscribers. Let's get to 500 before the end of December. Let's just try to do that. And then I can do a room tour, and then you guys can see my room, because it's updated now. And I got tons of stuff coming up, guys. Also before, as well, check out a link, DX versus the NWO, Who's Better video. If you are into my Who's Better videos and you saw the other ones that you like, come back, and I'm bringing it back, some more topical videos to keep going and stuff like that. So I think you guys would like that. As well, let's see, what else do we have? Oh, I have an unboxing coming up soon. I have an FYE Day in the Life video. I have WrestleMania 30 Day Live videos, but I don't know when it's coming up, guys. Just sometimes I can't upload videos, and 45 minutes is a long video, but I don't know if I'm going to split it in parts, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I'll leave some links in the description box below for all this kind of good stuff, and yeah, I'll get back to you guys soon, And as always, peace out.